Hey folks, good morning and welcome to another episode of Steelers Morning Rush. I'm Alan Saunders. It is Wednesday, March 26th. Busy day today for me, driving to Columbus for the Ohio State Pro Day. We're expecting to see Mike Tomlin there. Lots of good prospects in the 2025 NFL Draft as well. First round wide receiver Emeka Egbuka, first or second round defensive tackle Tyleik Williams among the premier guys that we're looking at, but also Will Howard, Denzel Burke. There are and of course, both running backs, Travion Henderson and Quinshon Judkins. There are a lot of players that could end up being Pittsburgh Steelers that will be on the field at the Woody Hayes Center in Columbus today. So I will be there along with Ed Thompson, trusty photographer, and I'll be back here with Smitty around a little bit later today, maybe around 6 or 6:30, and probably be joining you from the road. So that'll be fun. Okay, late last night, or after we recorded the podcast anyway, Russell Wilson has signed with the New York Giants, meaning that the Pittsburgh Steelers will have a completely new quarterback room for the second consecutive offseason, which apparently has everyone freaking out, which I don't understand because, one, we've known that the Steelers had basically no interest in bringing Russell Wilson back for weeks now after they said it was going to be Justin Fields or Russell Wilson and then only pursued Justin Fields. And then when they didn't get Justin Fields, it was Aaron Rodgers or Russell Wilson, and only pursued Aaron Rodgers. I'm not even sure the Steelers made an actual contract offer to Russell Wilson. If they did, it was insultingly low and one that they knew he was never going to accept. They did not want this man back. It is very clear. And so I don't understand the hand wringing and the oh my God, they're screwing everything up, and the people from the national media saying the Steelers don't know what they're doing at quarterback. Well, first of all, they're doing what they're doing at quarterback. They're getting Aaron Rodgers, which has also been clear for weeks now too. And which thing are we mad about? Are we mad about the Steelers changing all their quarterbacks for the second straight year? Or are we still saying that Mike Tomlin never makes any changes? You fired all of the players at the league's most important position 2 years in a row. When it comes to on the roster changes, that's about as impactful as it. Where's all my sarcastic tweets promising big changes now? There they are. When you lose, when you don't get what you want, and they wanted Justin Fields back. Let's make no bones about that. But this are what happens when you don't perform up to expectations. They make changes. Now look, Aaron Rodgers is as good as the quarterback was out there. It's not the Steelers' fault that the options stink. In fact, it is the Steelers showing tremendous growth that they're not about to badly reach for a quarterback at number 21 overall. Remember what they did last time. If you want to look at the Steelers' quarterback moves post-Ben Roethlisberger as a system, there is a very clear line, okay? Ben Roethlisberger re-signed a one-year deal in 2021. It is what it is. I don't know that we need to characterize that as good or bad. Ben was clearly good enough, but also clearly not good enough, as in he was good enough to be a starter, but not good enough to take the Steelers to the Super Bowl. They decided that was the last year for Ben. Could they have let him play another one? Maybe. I don't think it was going to get better. Okay. Then signing Mitch Trubisky to be their starting quarterback. Bad move. No question about it. Didn't work out. Hasn't worked out for anyone else. There were not way better options out there, but there were other options out there. They could have picked someone else, and they picked not good. Then they drafted Kenny Pickett in the first round. Turned out to be a bad pick. I didn't think it was a bad pick at the time. Turned out to be a bad pick. Didn't work. I would have preferred them to take Malik Willis, even though he didn't go until the third round. And I think right now you'd rather have Malik Willis than Kenny Pickett, easily. So, okay. Bad move. Second bad move. All right, but let's look at what happened since then. Okay, since Kenny Pickett goes to Seattle and refuses to play, Mason Rudolph comes in and takes his job and outplays him at the end of the 2023 season, which is the beginning of the end for Pickett in Pittsburgh. Okay, since then, what have they done with the quarterback situation? Well, they signed Russell Wilson for nothing, and he took them to the playoffs. Find me another team paying quarterback literally nothing that went to the playoffs last year. The veteran minimum. Okay. Then Pickett asked for a trade. They traded Pickett and a fourth for a third and 2 sevenths. They used the third on Peyton Wilson, who had a very good year. One of the sevenths on Preston Smith. It was fine. I still have the other one. Then they traded a sixth for Justin Fields. So imagine how much better Peyton Wilson is than the linebacker they would have taken with the 4th round pick or the 6th round pick instead. Justin Fields is a very good backup quarterback for him. Won 4 games. Played the best ball of his career. He leaves in free agency. Steelers get a 4th-round comp pick. Russell Wilson leaves in free agency. Steelers get a 5th-round comp pick. Now they have Aaron Rodgers has no leverage. They're not going to overpay him. No, if he wants to start, it's the Pittsburgh Steelers. Heck, if he even wants like a decent path to any playing time right now, it's the Steelers or the Browns. Nowhere else. Okay. So that's really good asset management since then. Since then, they turned a disgruntled former 1st-round pick into what looks to be a starting linebacker and a 7th, and they flipped the 6th for a 5th and a 4th. Oh, and by the way, if both of those guys play and play well this year, those could end up being 3rds. That's good. It's not ideal, okay? But look at where they were drafting. Look at what they have. And look at the Steelers don't know what they're doing. The Steelers do know what they're doing. One of the reasons they don't have Justin Fields is that they want to draft a quarterback next year. They didn't want to pay a quarterback guaranteed money in 25 and 26. One of the reasons they've done the things they've done in free agency this year is to build up the stockpile of comp picks so they can trade up next year. The plan has been abundantly clear, okay? They took 2 swings in 2022. Both went badly. Since then, they've made the best out of a bad situation, okay? They found a way to use a 6th-round draft pick and the vet minimum free agent acquisition on quarterbacks. Both of them had to play, and they made the playoffs, and now they're getting 2 pretty good comp picks back for those guys. And they might end up with a better player. At the very least, a not significantly worse player in Aaron Rodgers. So, is this great? No. The first moves were missteps. Yes, absolutely. Since then, chicken salad instead of chicken excrement. That's what we've got. Nobody's out here going nuts over chicken salad, but why are we trashing the better moves? I understand that they're not where they want to be, but the recent moves have been intelligent. Okay? And so I understand people don't like Aaron Rodgers. I understand people have fears about Aaron Rodgers being a detriment to the locker room, and those fears may turn out to come true. But you would rather have Aaron Rodgers and a 5th-round pick than Russell Wilson, especially when this year doesn't really matter. They're not really going anywhere. People don't understand it because teams don't do this. Teams don't try to be good and rebuild at the same time. Steelers do. Steelers are. And they're gonna get there. The path is clearly obvious now of what they're going to do, how they're going to get their quarterback. Oh, and by the way, they're going to draft him while the draft is in Pittsburgh in front of their own fans. Not that that's necessary for this plan, but it's a heck of a cherry on top. So, yeah, I think the Steelers know what they're doing at quarterback. Is it going to work? I don't know. They could go into the 26th draft and draft the wrong guy. It's not a guaranteed process. But, the hand-wringing over how the Steelers got here and the steps they've taken to be where they are and firing a bunch of players that aren't performing up to standards, I don't get any of that. This is fine. It's not good. It's fine. And they'll be fine, but not this year. They're just going to be probably 10-7 again. So, but the plan is there. The way forward is there, and it's clear. Now, it's abundantly clear what the plan is and what the way forward is. So don't tell me the Steelers don't know what they're doing at quarterback. We're going to go look at Will Howard. Maybe that's what they're going to do at quarterback. I do expect them to draft one this year as well. More with me and Smitty from the ride home from Columbus on Steelers Afternoon Drive. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications here on the YouTube channel so you don't miss an episode of Steelers Morning Rush, Steelers Afternoon Drive, and my videos from Columbus. Hoping to interview Tyleek Williams. He's the one guy in this process I haven't gotten to really catch up with yet that I think has a very decent chance of being a Pittsburgh Steeler. So we'll do that as well. Plus, guys in shorts running the 40. Thrilling video there, but I know you all are going to eat it up. Until then, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching, and enjoy.